What is one of the last things that you do when you go on a travel? Buy a souvenir to remind you of the beautiful moments and experiences that you had during the travel. As I said in one of my previous videos, I normally do not buy like caps or magnets or things that you just put on a shelf and you basically don't watch again after your travel. I like to buy things that I can use during my daily life that are useful and that reminds me of the beautiful moment I had in that country. That's why in this video I will tell you my suggestions for the top 5 souvenirs you can buy when you come to visit Switzerland. Place number 5, we have On shoes. On Running is quite a new brand. It was founded in 2010 in Zurich from basically 3 friends which wanted to create new running shoes to make the running experience better. I've seen these shoes for quite some time. I really liked it, but they are kind of expensive. The price is between 150 to 200 Swiss francs for a basic model. That's why I didn't really buy it immediately, but last year I traveled to Jordan, and because I knew I would be walking a lot, I wanted really comfortable shoes, and I know for sure that these are one of the best shoes right now. Their shape is actually very special. They are absolutely extremely light, extremely comfortable, and that's why I went for these shoes for my trip. I had no feet pain, and that's why this has become now one of my favorite shoes. I think now also Roger Federer has developed his own model with On Running. I think I've been following this news on social media recently, but I really understand it because these are actually very good shoes. I would recommend these a lot if you are looking for some running shoes, if you are looking for comfortable shoes to just walk around the city. I strongly suggest On Running shoes. At place number 4, we have the Caran d'Ache pen. Caran d'Ache is a brand from Geneva founded in 1914. The initial name was not Caran d'Ache, it was changed in 1924, and I don't know if it's true, but I found on the internet that Caran d'Ache actually mean pen in Russian. I don't know if someone speaks Russian. Please let me know in the comment box below if this information is right. I got to know this pen because one of my colleagues at work was really picky on using Caran d'Ache only, and she actually bought me this pen, and that's how everything started. They are quite expensive, I would say around 20 Swiss francs a pen, but believe me, they last so long, they write so good. From the moment I tried Caran d'Ache, I just use this brand of pen. At place number 3, we have Sig water bottle. As the bottle itself says, the Sig brand was invented in 1903. They make basically aluminum water bottle, but also other types of bottle, other types of utensils. I think they make like hiking cutlery too. The brand was invented by Ferdinand Sig in Bio. I think that now the main factory is in Frauenfelden, and I really recommend these bottles. This is my actual hiking bottle. This is a 1 liter bottle if I'm not wrong. It's super light, it's super comfortable. I absolutely love it because when you put water on it, it's not too heavy because this itself, it's very light. In my 7 years in Switzerland, I had many Sig water bottle. At one point I simply destroy them because I bring them with me everywhere. And really in Switzerland there are a lot of fountains where the water is drinkable, so plastic water bottles in the supermarket are actually very expensive, and you can just buy one Sig water bottle and then use the water from the fountains, fill it in. You save a lot of money, and for sure you save also the environment too. At place number 2, we find the Swiss Army knife from Victorinox. I think this is the best invention ever. The Swiss Army knife was invented in 1884 because the Swiss Army needed a tool to open canned food, and that's why this tool was invented. Victorino itself is a brand that started in 1897. They are the most famous brands that produces this kind of Swiss Army knife. They don't cost a lot of money. You can find them everywhere in Switzerland. I always have one with me because of this. How many times when traveling you need a pair of scissors and you don't have one? This has solved my problem so many times, I swear. You can find different shapes, you can find different sizes, different color, different designs too. This one is very cute. It has the world map on it. I would recommend when you come to Switzerland, you really have to buy one of these. The first and most important thing that I suggest you to buy when you come to Switzerland is a fondue or a raclette set. As we know, fondue or raclette are two very typical Swiss dishes. It's actually quite fun if you buy these sets, which are actually very cheap. You can find very cheap and very expensive sets, and then you try to replicate a raclette or a fondue at home. This is actually a chocolate fondue set. It's not really a cheese fondue set. As you can see, it's for one person only. I was complaining that there are always these sets which are at least for 4 people, and I'm alone, so I never cook any of these because it's a little bit of a waste. So a friend of mine actually bought me this single fondue set, which is actually very cute. It comes with a little stick. You have basically the fruit in it and then the chocolate melting in it. I think you can use this also for cheese, but I'm not really sure. It's lit by this little candle that you put in it. It keeps the inside, the chocolate inside, warm and melted. I have also a raclette set. I could not buy one. This is actually for 4 people. This is an electrical set, so basically you plug it in, then it becomes all warm, and on top you cook basically the vegetables. In this one you put the slice of cheese and you place it here to melt. At the end, when it's melted, you basically put the veggies on your plate, you take the melted cheese and you put it on top of the vegetables. As I said at the beginning, when I travel, I actually try to find objects that reminds me of that travel, that are actually useful to me and that I can use every day. It's kind of nice when you're around or when you're sitting on the bus and then you look at something that you bought in another country and you start thinking about the travel. It almost immediately puts you in a good mood. So let me know if you plan to travel to Switzerland this year, and if you have traveled to Switzerland, which is the souvenir that you brought back home. Remember to give this video a thumb up and to subscribe to my channel, and see you next time. Bye!